The girl ran to the pool and told the fish. It said, "I know the wicked woman will kill and eat me. Do not cry, but take my bones and throw them into the chief's garden. Do not let anyone see you doing this." The next day, the wicked woman did not get up. She said to her husband, "I am very, very ill. If I do not have fish to eat, I shall die. You will find a big fish in the deep pool in the river." The man went to the pool and caught the fish. He cooked it and gave it to his wife, who ate everything except the bones. These she left on her plate. She said, "Nomi, take this plate and wash it. Now nobody will give you food to eat, you naughty girl. Take the cattle and go to the veld. There's no food for you and your ugly dog today. You will soon be thin and ugly again with fingers like the claws of a bird." The girl hid the bones under her dress, and that night, when it was dark and everyone was sleeping, she crept out of the hut. She went to the chief's garden and threw the fish bones into the garden. The next morning, the chief was walking in the garden when he saw the white bones. He sent a servant to fetch them, but every time the man tried to pick them up, they fell through his fingers. The chief sent another servant to try, but he soon came back and said, "I cannot pick them up. Every time I try, they fall through my fingers." The chief was angry and said, "I shall pick them up myself." He tried and tried, but he could not pick them up. At last he said, "I shall marry the girl who brings the bones to me." All the girls of the village put on their beautiful clothes and went to the great place, for that was what the chief's house was called. One by one, they tried to pick up the bones, which always fell through their fingers. When all the girls had tried, the chief asked, "Are all the girls of the village here?" One woman said, "Nomi is not here. She is on the veld looking after some cattle." Nomsa's mother said, "Nomi is not strong. She is very thin and cannot pick up the bones." But the chief said, "Send a servant to fetch her." When Nomi reached the garden, she picked up the bones easily and carried them to the chief. Her dog ran barking behind her. The chief was very happy when he saw the beautiful girl and said, "Tomorrow I shall marry you." Many women stamped melias and made big loaves of bread. The men killed 6 oxen and many sheep, and the next day there was a great feast. Nomsa and her mother didn't come to the feast. They were afraid and ran away into the forest.